and welcome to Cooking with Deliento. My name is Lucy Martin and I created Deliento. I started this business to introduce the Western world to eating insects. There are many reasons why we should have insects in our daily diet, and I talk more about this on my blog, deliento.tumblr.com. Today I'll be cooking some insect snacks, and two of Deliento's lovely chefs will be demonstrating how to make our recipes.
Hello folks, my name is Daryl, I'm a chef and I'm here to assist my friend
Alex, and today we're doing Parmesan thins with June beetles inside of them.
Right Alex, we've got our 8 ingredients here. Do you want to just run through what we've got?
Yeah, we've got 50 grams of plain flour here. We've got 1/4 of a teaspoon of English mustard powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 egg, 4 teaspoons of June beetles, which is obviously key ingredient apart from Parmesan, 50 grams of cubed cold butter, 75 grams of Parmesan, and 50 grams of mature cheddar. Okay, Darryl, if you could grind up the June beetles in the pestle and mortar for me.
Do you want them ground up coarsely or finely, or
generally it's personal preference, but for the basic amount we'll just do finely. So I'll clean up after you. Anybody with the assistance?
They jump about a little bit, don't they?
Oh, good thing they're not alive though, at least.
I think we should mention the reason we're doing this, Alex, in the pestle and mortar is because we tried that earlier in the food processor, putting them into there.
Yeah.
And they're so light and airy, they were just flying around without any kind of result. So it is better to grind them down in the pestle and mortar before you use the food processor.
Okay, so when you've done that, you can add it to the rest of the ingredients that are all going into the food processor. And then if we just leave the egg out for a bit, so that we can get all of the dry and wet and semi-wet ingredients together. And if you could pop that in the sink for me, please, Darryl,
okay.
And that one. Throwing it around.
There's a little bit of extra cheese there that I couldn't fit into the ramekin, so I'll add that as well.
Okay, so if you pop the food processor on, then you've got to make sure your blade's firmly down so all the ingredients combine properly. And lid on. And you start the food processor off. Let all that start combining. So you've got it quite coarse there now. Now you pop your egg in. And if you could remove that for me, please, Darryl. And then just let it have a good blast for a few minutes. Okay, so now that that's all processed and combined, you just take it out, and if you could get some cling film for me, please, Darryl, because the next step is, after you've got a nice ball of your dough.
Fair enough?
Yeah, that will do fine, thank you. You put it into the cling film, and if you could cut off a section, please, Darryl. You wrap it all together and put it in the fridge for half an hour, just so it can really sit and form a solid ball. And then afterwards, we'll show you what to do. Okay, so now that your pastry is sat in the fridge for half an hour, if you remove it, Darryl, would you mind?
Yes, sure.
You get a pre-floured surface, and then you get your pastry. Knead it with the butt of your hand a bit, just to soften it up, because it would have solidified quite well in the fridge. And then you roll it out to 1 centimetre thick, and when you're rolling, put a little bit of flour onto your rolling pin, just so that none of the pastry sticks to it. And as you're doing it, roll one way, and then roll backwards. And then you get your pastry cutter. You want to keep it to about 3 centimetres in diameter, so you get a nice even cook on it. And then cut the pastry, push out the cutter, and place it onto your tray. And then just repeat this until you used up all of the pastry or filled your tray. And if needs be, obviously grease another tray and repeat the process. We should have a nice amount here. We'll probably get about 12, I think, out of this recipe. And an interesting thing to note, as you can see, you get all of the speckled effect from where the June beetles have been.
And you know what? If you didn't know, that just looks like a bit of black cracked pepper, doesn't it?
But before you do all of this as well, you want to have heated your. I probably should have said this sooner, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I put that on for you earlier on. Yeah. But what temperature have we got?
You put it on 200 degrees. So when these go in, they cook in a good amount of time for about 10 minutes. Check them after about 8, because some of them can burn a bit if they're at the back, so they get more heat.
Is that due to the cheese content?
Yes, yeah.
So you go folks.
Not a bad estimate there, Darren.
Perfect.
Okay. And we'll save this to do a little
Put these in
omelette.
later, so would you keep a check on the time?
So when you do this, just keep an eye on it. If your oven has a light on it as well, make sure it's on so you can see into it better. Darren, would you?
Sure.
And now, just because of the fact is, you get the oil off the parmesan bits, like I said, we put down a bit of kitchen towel on a chocolate board, so that when we take them off, we can just put them on and all of the oil should drain off onto it.
They come off quite easy, don't they, Alex?
Yeah, because of the fact you grease it, you get a nice take off of it, and then when you look at the bottom, it should be quite a light brown, and the top should be a lovely golden colour like we've got there. And the best part is getting to eat them now.
They smell delicious.
So now we've got a nice, lovely parmesan thin with June beetles in. Absolutely